May the 29th, 2020. Guys, you're looking at an explosion today, and this is a SpaceX prototype Starship blows up in a massive explosion day ahead of man launched. People are saying it felt like an earthquake. And the anxiety over tomorrow's Crew Dragon launch just got taken to a whole new level. Think about it. It was canceled Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, because of weather. Look at this explosion. It felt like an earthquake. So, you know, and we were watching, think about it for the last week, the pictures of these two astronauts suiting up and getting ready in the capsule and all this. And I'm thinking to myself, now, it just may be me, guys, haven't you seen all of the Tesla's cars blow up, run red lights, crash into buildings, nothing works, everything's falling apart? Have you not seen that, but you're going to ride on one of his rockets? How is he continue to be funding? You know why, guys? Because of Starlink, the satellites that we're seeing encompass the globe for 5G. Now, is it 5G financed by China and Huawei, or is it U.S. and their 5G? Who knows? But nothing besides the 5G Starlink has worked for Tesla. None of his solar panel companies, none of his car companies, anything, nothing has worked. We've seen many of his space launches and satellites and things blow up, rockets blow up. But here, again, just within 24 hours of the next launch, guys, it will be a test to see how intelligent the new age of astronauts are. If they get on one of his rockets, then we know that let me say this, the new education system, the new scientific education system has went totally berserk, as we know it has, with the new very liberal agenda. But guys, look at this explosion. Let me read a little bit about this. Now, we're all hoping that these two astronauts that look like they were pretty good guys will open their eyes. Maybe God put a hand on that weather Wednesday. And I was very concerned, as many of you probably were, because of Elon Musk's bad design and poor testing. But in a horrible, spectacular failure, with the added bad timing of coming almost exactly 24 hours ahead of SpaceX and NASA's rescheduled attempt to make history by launching two astronauts into Earth's orbit as part of work on the Commercial Crew program, set for 3:22 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Time, weather permitting. The Raptor engine and SpaceX Starship, which is called the Dragon also, SN4 prototype blew up on its test stand in Boca Chica, Texas. SpaceX just experienced the biggest explosion yet at its Texas site, where it's testing prototypes for a Mars rocket. The Atlantic Marina Corrin reported Friday afternoon a resident who lives nearby, 2 miles away, said it felt like an earthquake. She noted that at this point it doesn't appear anyone in the surrounding community was hurt in the massive blast which shook the area for miles. And here you got Timothy Burke on Twitter saying, "Elon, your rocket just blew up." The explosion, which involved a bright fireball ripping high into the air with rocket debris flying, occurred 2 minutes after the engine test fire run had been completed. So maybe these two astronauts, which are probably military jet pilots, not all of them, but a lot of them are, will realize that the fame and fortune is not worth trusting Elon Musk. Again, the government has propped him up through the Tesla cars that have been a devastating mistake, and other things, the tunnels, the solar panels, simply so they could enwrap the Earth in the 5G network of Starlink. And that's really where the money's at. And if you, that and what's called Neuralink, which is an AI connection to the human brain, because maybe these two astronauts will think twice before they board this flight tomorrow. I would have never set foot in one of Elon Musk's cars, much less one of his rockets. We're watching it, guys. Watch the nation tonight. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of problems. It's a heads up. Be safe.